Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, Dude Monkey. Hope you're doing well. A little bit of a late stream tonight. I just been a little bit busy trying to play catch up on this house stuff. So yeah. So, what are we looking at? Got a few things loaded tonight. I've brought back my old CVD. Well, it's technically an indicator, right? So, can I turn my microphone up a little bit? Sure, I can do that. There you go, dude. How's that sound? Is that a little bit better? All right, so we're currently playing with two accounts at the moment. So we have... Yeah, nice. Awesome, dude. Yeah, so we're playing with two accounts at the moment. We have the tab trade. So they currently have a bit of a deal going on at the moment. So this is one of my mates. It's his new broker business that he's got. So tab trade. And yeah, at the moment they're doing a little bit of a competition. So if you join up, links in the announcements channel. I can also I'll post it in the chat for you guys as well. Lead Trader, what's up, buddy? That's it in the chat if you're interested. It's free. They've got a little demo contest going on at the moment. I'm not sure if the sign-ups have ended, but at the moment I'm currently ranked 11th out of 300 people. And I believe top 12, I think it is, top 10 or top 12 get prizes. Yeah, so we'll see if we can try and stay in this top 12 at the moment. And then also, my reset has happened on my funded futures. So that account has now been reset. Here it is down here. So we are now starting a new month on that. So we've got to try and pass this account. This is the unlimited payout one as well. So we need to try to get that up. So we're going to be trading essentially two accounts. I was looking forward to trying to see if I could catch this short a little bit more down, but it didn't pull back to where I wanted it to. I was just watching it before I started the stream. Elite Trader is 176 green at the moment. Ah, dude, that's so good. Nice work, mate. Keep it going. How is your journaling platform coming along? You showed us before you took a break from trading. I know, dude, monkey. I have not touched it. Literally haven't touched it. Yeah, I am, dude. I kid you not, man. Like, so I'm pretty well not So. Actually, let's just quickly touch base. While this thing's doing this little thing, let's touch base on that. Actually, there's a crazy CVD divergence right now. Crazy CVD divergence. All right, so long story short is I went back to work. And there's a couple of reasons why I did that. So originally, this was my plan. My plan was that I was going to renovate my house. I was going to sell it. I was going to pick up my new car at the end of the year. I was going to buy a caravan. And I was going to travel in the caravan around Australia again, but this time over in Western Australia, where the time zones are really good for trading, London and US. US opens at like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the PM. So really good. And my missus and I, we were going to travel and do that. That was pretty well it. And then I was going to use the rest of my capital to buy a block of land in my home state and then develop a house on there. And then we were just going to travel. And I was going to keep streaming every night and I was going to keep trading. And we were going to take like 2 or 3 years just chilling out, traveling, seeing the countryside over in the other side of this country that we haven't been to yet. And that was kind of the goal. Like that was basically it. But as my streaming kind of took off and trading kind of took off the way it did, I was like, man, like I need my microphone, I need my camera, I need my lighting, I need my 3 monitors, sorry. And I need my full setup, I need my full desk. And I was kind of like, like I think traveling in a caravan would be really fucking hard now without most of this setup that I'm kind of used to. So that was definitely playing on my mind. Anyway, then what happened was I bumped into someone that I hadn't seen in almost like 7 or 8 years while I was... Oi, Jesus, what happened there? I think we're still live. I think I think we're all good. I think. Jesus, what happened there? Okay, I think we're all good. Am I still live? Hello? I think I'm still live. I don't know what happened. Everything just like turned off and then turned back on again. Yep. Okay, we're all good. Holy moly. All right. So then what actually happened was, so I was renovating the house and I needed to go to a supplier. And I went to a supplier. Long story short is I've known them for years and I was chatting to them. They introduced me to another guy, which was like a business partner through renovating and developing property. Anyway, lo and behold, I actually know this guy. I've known this guy for like probably 10 odd years. I didn't know these two guys knew each other. Turns out they're doing their own development projects, blah, 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 which is obviously something that I want to continue to do. Because I love my real estate. I've never lost any money in real estate. And I want to continue going down the real estate path. I want to keep renovating, building, and developing property, etc. And so I have a chat with these guys, and I said to them, I'm like, guys, I've got to stop renovating and flipping houses because I'm really good at it, and I make really good money from it. The problem is it chews up so much of my time, and I have to micromanage everything, and I'm too busy bloody trading. I'm too busy streaming. I want my life and career to go down that path. I'm almost 40. Like, I don't want to be stuck in the trenches consistently doing these renos. Plus, they can't last forever. Eventually, you're going to have a reno project that you're probably going to just fucking make 10 or 20 grand on after doing an absolute monster amount of work, and that'll probably just mentally fuck me. And so I said to them, I'm like, you know, I want to get into more development stuff. Anyway, I ended up finding out some information that I had been chasing for a very long period of time in terms of finding the right properties in the right areas and having like people to talk to. And anyway, so I found this out, and then they gave me some contact information. I spoke to this guy, had a chat with him, and he showed me everything that he does with all of his shit. I won't go into too much detail on it, but basically I was like, right. I'm like, so I need to come to you when I'm ready for shit. And then he was like, yep, whenever you're ready, go, like, blah, blah, blah. And then, so I was like, okay, cool. And so then I ended up, I then rung a few agents, spoke to some agents, showed them what I was kind of looking for now in the realm of where I wanted to go, because I thought I might have been a little while away from going down that path because I didn't have the connections. Now I have the connections. And then I ended up having a chat with a couple of these agents, and then I started running numbers, and I was like, I'm going to really pigeonhole myself if I try to do this with all my cash that I have available after the sale of my current house. I'm going to pigeonhole myself into a certain type of niche market, and I'm like it would be cool if I could expand that. So anyway, if I went back to work, I could expand it massively, like a massive amount. So I was like, fuck this. I was like, maybe I should go back. I left it at that. That's all I did. I left it at that. It was just a thought in my head. Maybe I should go back. It's a pretty cruisy job. And if I can try and finish my work early, then I can come home and stream once the reno's finished. That was the plan. And then I ended up... Sorry, I just want to check to see if there's any divergence here with the NASDAQ and the ES. No, there's not. There is a very heavy CVD divergence on the ES, which looks very interesting, but I may have missed this. Break of structure on the 5 minutes all the way there. This looks like an interesting trade. There's no IFVG though. Then I what was I saying? Oh, anyway, and then about 2 or 3 days later goes by. I'm really good friends with my boss, right? Like amazing good friends. We're gonna be friends for life. Blah blah blah. Like we're great. He rings me, says he's gonna come around for a couple of beers at the house and check out the renos and see where I'm at. So I end up going, he comes around to my place, we're having a chat, and there was a new guy that was meant to start 5 weeks after I had left, and he was meant to take over my role. They did everything with him. They took him through the training, they took him through medicals, they took him through, what do you call it, all the health and fitness stuff. They did all that stuff with him. The company spends between $5,000 and nearly $10,000 putting you through all of this stuff to bring you on board. They get you a car, uniform, like laptops, computers, the whole kit and caboodle. Anyway, long story short is on the day that he was meant to start, he just never rocked up. And then he never rocked up for the next week. So my boss comes around, has a beer with me, we're having a chat, tells me this whole story, right? And this is about 4 to 5 days after I had this little thought process after I met these people that I met. And I was like, my job is pretty easy. I've been doing it for 22 years, so I'm fucking pretty quick at it. And in my head, I was like, they're not drowning in work where I'm having to grind 10, 20-hour days. So I was like, maybe I could wrangle something here. So I pretty well turned around to my boss and I said, look, mate, I was like, while I'm if I come back on May 4th, so I had another 3 weeks of being unemployed. I said to him, I'll do you a favor. I'll come back on May 4th, but there's 2 things that I kind of want. I never want you to track my hours anymore. I said, just whatever the work comes in, I will get to it when I get to it, okay? I will already get to it as fast as I possibly can. I will already do whatever you need me to do. I will win the work. I will bring the work in because I'm an estimator, like kind of sales, a little bit of sales, not much. And I said, I'll do all that, but you're not tracking my hours. And if I'm not here because there's no work to do, like in the office, I'm not going to be sitting here staring at my screen. Like I'm going to go home. I'm going to work on my house. I'm going to renovate my house. I'm going to go for a walk on the beach. I'm just going to go home and chill out and watch Netflix or do my trading stuff, which they don't know about any of that stuff. They don't know anything about this shit. And so I'm just like, I'll do your deal. And that's what we'll do. And I said, and I'll do it for 12 to 24 months. I'll come back for like another year or 18 months and we'll just do that. So, long story short is within seconds of finishing my sentence, basically my boss pretty well turned around and he shook my hand and he goes, I'm going to say yes to that. He goes, I have zero issues with that. He's like, I will 100% say yes to it, and I'll get you a contract if you want to come back. So there and then on the spot, I kind of said yes after a few beers. And then afterwards, like, trust me, the next few days, I was like freaking the fuck out because I was like, oh my God, like, now I definitely can't trade for a while. I'm definitely going to be like, renovating the house and then having to go to work and then I have to get changed. Then I have to drive from the new house back to this house and fucking, man. Don't worry, I was stressed out. And I had to get a shitload of work done before I went back to work. And I got it all done. In fact, I actually got a little bit more done. And so then I was kind of able to be like, well, now I can take 4 days off each day throughout the week. And I can go back to work. So basically that's it. So I've gone back to work. But it's really chilled out. I smashed out the work. They were backlogged like all hell. So the first 2 weeks back was just fucking chaotic. I'm quite ecstatic with what we've done and where we're at. It's working really well. I'm only probably really working like 4 hours a day tops. At the moment, I'm just like, it's cruisy as, and I'm really focusing on the reno. We're almost finished. We've probably got about another 4 to 5 weeks of craziness, and then after that, we're pretty well cruising. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having a solid schedule. Because once the reno is finished, I will be able to have a solid stream schedule. Because I'll just block out all work from like 3 p.m. my time, and just be like, from 3 p.m. onwards, I'm fucking done. I'm not going back to the office after 3 o'clock. So we'll be all sweet. So yeah, it's that's that. So I don't know what I'm going to do next, guys. I really don't. We thought about the whole travel thing, and at this stage, that's kind of up in the air. I mean, it seems like a cool idea. We've been there. We've done it before. I don't know. We've moved into my childhood home area where I grew up. We've moved down here into Glenelg now. This is where I grew up. I grew up like fucking 4 streets that way my whole life. My parents have lived here their whole life. So it's a pretty cool achievement to hit that before 40, to be able to live down here. And it feels good. It feels good. It feels right. The question is whether or not we're going to keep that long term, and I'm pretty sure we will. So I think, I don't know. I'll be honest, guys. I think I'm really just winging the next few months at this stage. And seeing what actually happens and where we're going to be and what we're going to do. But I really heavily want to just fucking hit this trading and hit this streaming as hard as I can once this reno is finished, and go back to doing what we were doing in January. Because, January and February were amazing. Absolutely amazing. March was a bit shit. And then obviously I finished everything up in April. So, yeah, now that it's the end of May, we can spend this week and next week coming back into it and getting all set up ready for June. And then hopefully we can finish the end of the financial year a little bit on the strong side. And then we can roll on into the next month. Right. So this could be, we've got another minute 50 to go. This could be our break of structure here. I'm very nervous about this CBD. I know I'm bringing in another confluence again. For what I'm looking at, the CBD looks really weak. And it's diverging hard. I would like to see this fail, and then I might consider, if this fails and doesn't break structure, then I would like to consider a short option here. We got 1 minute 10 to go. My problem with the US 100 is getting this damn volume right. I had this all screwed up the other night. Sup, Zeno? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Okay, there was our 5-minute break of structure. I'm still nervous about taking fucking trades because I haven't taken any for ages, man. Technically, that's still a I'm I like the shorts, I think. I like the shorts, guys. I like the shorts better here. Crazy CVD divergence. Jesus, look at this thing fucking rip. Holy shit. Stop loss at 753.40. There's that whole imbalance in there. Nice CVD divergence in here. We had that war news that came out. The US started bombing bloody the Strait again. Yeah, let's go down, baby. Let's have a look at a higher time frame analysis. Oh yeah, we probably want to do this gap fill too, don't we? We got this new week opening gap low down here. Interesting. The buyers just got back to break even. Hopefully they get wrecked, Elite, eh? Hopefully they get wrecked, mate. I used to trade a fuckload of CVD stuff for pretty well majority of my trading career. And towards the end of last year, I basically just got rid of it and I never used it at all in this stream until we went back to Bookmap. And then I started talking about it every now and then, but I just kind of got rid of it altogether. And looking back in hindsight, I'm like, probably shouldn't have. Probably shouldn't have. So on the My Funded Futures, where is that? There's 74,500, 7,500. Yeah, I can't even go that low on the My Funded Futures because I'm only allowed to do. I got a 50% consistency rule, so. That's all I'm allowed to do on My Funded Futures. On the left-hand side screen, that's all I'm allowed to do there. And then this is the This is the, what do you call it, account? Oh, not enough money. Free margins, 3K, 3. Okay, maybe it's 20. Maybe we'll do 20. Not enough. Okay, let's go 15. Not enough money. Free margin. I got 31. Let's try 10. There we go. Let's rock on, baby. Let's go. Have you seen that guy who made 88K? Yeah, dude, he's cranking. Isn't he up more? Yeah, he's up here. Yeah, he is here. Vortex Storm. Yeah, he's done good, man. Yeah, I mean, to get up to 30K, you're starting to push it. Where's me? This is me here in 11th place here. There's only one trade. It says trades open 8, but that's it's incorrect. Theoretically, it's only one actual trade. It's just me like averaging into the trade, which I did do, and then I think I fucked up and I accidentally, because they're kind of using the MT5 cloud version of the software, and I've only used MT5, mate, like for a total of like fucking 2 days in my entire 4-year career, and like. It's really weird because in other software like Quant Tower, you can actually do. So like if I'm in a buy order and we're going long, and I place a sell limit order at the top, and it hits a sell limit order, and it was a 1-for-1 contract, it'll sell me out. Absolutely sweet, happy days. But this MT5 trader web trader thing, it doesn't do that. It won't do it at all, which is like super annoying. You actually have to press the X over here on the right hand side. So yeah. So just remember that, guys. If you want to close these orders out, you have to press that X on the right hand side. My camera is in the way. I'll move my camera out of the way and you can see where it is. So the X is over here. It's just to the right of where my mouse is, where your P&L statement is. I just realized you guys can't even actually see the P&L there anyway, I think. Oh, Jesus, how bright is that? Are you guys like a light theme style trader, or are you guys like dark theme? Me personally, I don't like... I like the look of white. I think it looks cool, and because everyone went dark for the last 20 years in IT for coding and shit, I think it looks cool for the white. But the problem is, it bloody hurts your eyes too much, or it does for me anyway. Like after a while, it's just so bright, and I have to I get eye strain, and so I really like the dark theme. I can sit here and look at it for hours on end, right? Oh, look, you can change the colours. Hey, oh, black and white. Look at that, black and white. Go back down, you bastard. What is it doing? Dark all the way? Yeah. Dark all the way, boys. Dark all the way. Free margin. I got no margin left. So... All right, the SPY and the QQQ obviously have gapped up on their overnight open. They're up at the PDH. I reckon this is going to flush, boys. This is going to flush. Let's go down. Fucking send it! Is that what he did, Zeno? Because, yeah, I did see a couple of those guys were up like 30K or whatever on Friday, and I was like, damn. I was like, we're going to have to do some gambling YOLO stuff to catch up to those guys. And then, and then I saw yesterday when I quickly logged on to see, I was like, damn, 88K. I was like, fuck. Yeah, I never looked at his stats. I didn't look into it. But yeah, the thing is, they won't let you go into drawdown. I think 15% drawdown is the max you're allowed to go into. I never asked my mate whether or not that was for, what do you call it? Like if it was like per trade or live on that. I'm pretty sure it's on the entire. Well, in my opinion, it should be on the entire account, right? So if you got 10K in there, you can't go in the drawdown of $1,500 or more. But I don't know if that's live in the trade or whether or not that's realized drawdown. That's probably the part that I'm a little bit. I got a little bit of grey area around, I think. But I don't know. From what I can see so far, guys, if you want to be like in that top, well, I mean, this could change over the next couple of days because I'm sure some boys are going to do some crazy shit. Remember with these things, it's not about trying to gamble to get to the top here. I think you want to. I don't know. This is my personal opinion. All right, take this with a grain of salt, but you probably just want to get some decent base hits, right? Because I think if you trade it for 5 days and you got some decent base hits, you'll probably end up in the top 8. I got to be honest, I'd be happy with getting in the top 10. I reckon that'd be pretty good. There's 200. There's almost 300 people in here trading this. And there's only 3 days left. And I think there was somewhere I was looking at on Friday. It looked to me like there was... here's the drawdown. Here you go. The max drawdown. So you can see how much these guys are already going into drawdown. So see, these guys disqualified. These guys are all disqualified through here because they've gone over 15%. So how many more people are going to end up here? I mean, I could end up being one of these guys. I don't know. Dawson? Wow. There you go. Page 5. Somehow he's disqualified. Contest rules violation. Okay, maybe he was he might have been a bot or something. There you go. So, how far did we get then? We got to page 5, yeah? So there's 20 people per page. Most of these guys haven't even taken a trade yet. So really there's only 4 pages. These guys are all half cooked. I mean, they've already got so much drawdown, they're going to blow their accounts anyway. These guys haven't even traded yet. So 20, 40, 60, 80. So really, you're only competing with 80 people at the moment because the rest are already knocked themselves out. So yeah, you got a fighting chance where you can stay in it. 1,600 trades. Yeah, he was probably using an EA, isn't it? The what do they call it? Is it assisted executions AE or is it EA and it's executions automatically or something, or autobot? You're not allowed to autobot. So you can't hook it up to like an AI trading. Yeah, high frequency bot basically. Yeah, I think they call it an trading term for AE trading. Is it AE? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, account executive, I think it's called. Auto click for Minecraft, yeah. Yeah. Where was competition details? Prizes, here you go. All right. So all the way out to 50th place, you get $100. That's the prop challenge voucher. There you go. So after, yeah, so 10th place and onwards, you get $500 until you get into the top 3. Oh, let's at least try to get into the top 10, eh? That would be nice. $10 a.m. news, consumer confidence, and that's it. This week's actually a bit weak for news, isn't it? Look at that, how quiet it is. AUD, New Zealand, does nothing. Nothing really Wednesday. All you got is Thursday's PCE index. And that's basically it. Pretty quiet week. Super quiet week, guys. Anyone in a trade at the moment? What are you guys trading? Oh, you missed a short entry? Yeah. Might get another opportunity in a sec. Price is pumping back up. There's a massive order block at 75.20. Yeah, huge orders at 75.20. I'll show you. Look at this. 75.20. CVD is diverging again. Keep an eye on this CVD here. It's diverging again. Goran. What's up, bro? What's up, mate? I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Look, I was here last week. I did 3 streams last week. I didn't do Monday and I didn't do Friday. Yeah. And then yesterday was half trading day. Usually they're pretty shit, so I don't really trade them. Oh, you're just driving at the moment? Sick, dude. Sick. Stay safe on the road. Try not to stare at your phone too much. Yeah, you too, dude. Thank you very much. I've been renovating my house, and I've moved house, and I've gone back to work, and I've got about 7 to 8 weeks left on the house renovation. 7-ish, probably seven weeks maybe. And then that's pretty well it. She's all over. She'll go up for sale, and then I'll be cruising again because I won't have those commitments. So we'll be chilling. Dude, Monkey's got to drive back from Brisbane tomorrow night, 7:15 a.m. So my half drive will be one eye State Origin and the one eye on the road. You need to get another phone, mate, and then have me on the other side. And then it can be Benny Trades, State of Origin, and then driving. It's all good. That's why you need a Tesla. You just put it on auto drive, and then you can watch State of Origin and me at the same time. Put us on split screen. Come on, let's stick together. What are you seeing, Elite? What are you seeing, Elite Trader? What's the QQQ doing? Bloody pushing up to 723 and 10. It's basically all-time high. We gotta hold on tight, guys. We gotta hold on tight. Nice little consolidation. Jesus, this has been a bit. It's been a bit annoying. This one. Let's move. Let's do something. We need Jane Street to turn on the trading algo. I don't know if I know what Jane Street is. Oh, it's just another quantitative. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. Aussie Trader's been dealing with the range for the last 5 hours. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have no idea. This is clean price action, mate. Oh shit! Imagine getting caught in this. Fucking hell! It's gonna break now. Oh, it's gonna break now. Oh, it's gonna break now. Oh, it's gonna break now. Oh shit! You must have just been sitting there the whole time, like, oh, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. And then it never fucking goes. You'd be pretty burnt out. Yeah, after that price action for 5 hours, you bloody would be. It's an interesting game, man. Like, you definitely love those like sessions where you're like, all right, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna scalp like 4 or 5 trades. It's gonna be sick. You know what I mean? It's like you're chasing that, but then there's those traders out there that you see. I know they're on social media, so, you know, I'm sure they're real to a certain degree. But then you've got those traders out there that they set, you know, a 2 or a 3 risk to reward every single time. They just set and forget. Doesn't matter what it is. That's exactly what they trade. They walk away from the computer and they go, and it either works or it doesn't work. They don't care. Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I think the NASDAQ and the ES are just they're so good to trade with just a mini contract or like 5 micros on a couple of accounts, and you only need a 5-point move, and like you're pretty well done. You know what I mean? You're done for the day. Yeah, exactly, Aussie Trader. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys have seen me back in January. I tried doing that with the Asia long and Asia short trade style. Like, yeah. I mean, it can work. The right market conditions just had to hit, and I won't lie, from like early November through to the end of January, the market conditions were just absolute prime for it. It works really well in a range-bound market, and that's what we had. So if we go to like the daily time frame, right, from November, so the start of like the end of October, which is where that yellow line is, to basically the middle of February, roughly, this is prime for my Asia short and my Asia long trade. Prime. Absolute prime. Because you're just range bound inside that zone. Works perfect. But my model for that specific trade strategy, it does not work when we are in a super aggressive bullish market like that. It really doesn't work. You get like 1 trade every week, 1 trade every 2 weeks. you'll get one win that will be like a 4-1, and then you'll get like 3 losers back to back. So yeah, you're still in profit, but not by much. Yeah, so like it's and when the market goes into a free for all like this down here, my Asia long trades are absolute trash, and the shorts almost never present because we never take out the Asia high before reversing, because the system is clearly designed that we don't need to worry about taking out the Asia high, because we're going to come back for it at some point anyway, you know. So yeah, I that strategy of mine, I really could only kind of take it when we start ranging. But you know, how do you know when we range? That's the problem that I have with it for sure. Is like going, oh, okay, we're going to start ranging this week. Well, I don't know that. No one knows that. So yeah, I'm almost at the point where it's like I almost want to set up an alert for it and just trade it on another account almost automatically. So I just kind of set and forget it. Accounts nearly gone. I've made too many trades today and very few are green. Accounts nearly gone. Shit, dude. Well, you got to pick a you got to pick a direction, Aussie, and just go with it. What's my prediction about the market right now? I got to be honest, mate. Like, that is my prediction. What I'm curious about is clearly this war shit hasn't really caused much of a problem now. It's like the market just didn't really give a shit about it to a certain degree. Once we came back down, I had this orange level marked out, and I said back in whatever it was, March or whatever, I'd be interested in longs here. My problem that I have is I got to trust my intuition and just take the damn fucking trade. This is a trade setup that I had marked out, and I wanted to see that happen because I was interested in taking this as options contracts to go long, specifically on the SPX, which is right here. But the SPX didn't quite pull back to where I wanted it back down here, but the ES did, which is a bit frustrating. But what I'm fascinated in at the moment, mate, is so the VIX has obviously dropped well below our 20 level, which anything above 20 is chaotic. So we're back below that, which is absolutely terrific, which is very good market conditions. I'm fascinated about Amazon. This company is just like super underrated right now, and man, like Tesla. I'm not in Tesla anymore. I'm completely out of it. Yeah, I mean, when my house sells, whatever I sell for it, then maybe I might try and consider like an actual like long-term position in stocks in it. I'm not sure just yet. I'm probably gonna, if I don't do it, I'm probably gonna kick myself. If I do it, it's a long-term play, and I've just got to be willing not to take the money out. But this shit here is called AI technology, artificial intelligence, but it's associated with this, robots. Because if you just simply look here and you go global population is currently at 8.3 billion. Okay? That's what we've currently got. And even though we have negative birth rates in some cities and all that bullshit, we are still growing human beings, and we are going to be projected to be at 9 billion by 2037. So that is a 10% growth in the next 10 years on just human population. But what I'm curious, well, what really fascinates the shit out of me right now is think of all the places that humans are struggling to go to that we can't really go to. Things that humans are just doing monotonous, boring jobs that they don't really need to anymore. So I think we're going to see these, you're going to start seeing Tesla, right? They're going to start building robots that will build robots. And then the robots will then be building the cars, and then the robots will then become the courier drivers, right? They'll become the couriers, okay? And then once they figure all that bullshit out, the couriers and the robots, they'll drive themselves, they'll package themselves, they'll ship themselves, they'll drive themselves to wherever they got to. And then after that, they're going to become the explorers once they get really good. Okay? And if you've got one robot here, one robot here, one robot here, one robot here, if this robot over here learns A, B, C, these robots also learn A, B, C, and this robot over here will be like M, N, O, P. This robot, and this robot, and this robot learns NMOP as well. So the growth that we are going to see from these AI robots, okay, is just going to be absolutely freaking mental, in my personal opinion. They're going to, yeah, it's just going to be, I think it's going to be absolutely crazy. And a lot of people go, oh, but what about jobs and all that kind of stuff? Yes, I do believe there is a part of me that thinks that there is a serious issue with balancing jobs. So over here we have jobs, okay? And then over here we have no jobs, and then a GFC again, so global financial crisis. Now, you got to look at this as like a scale, yeah? So there's your scale, right? Well, as AI robots get built, the faster part of it is that they get built. We're going to see, right? So no jobs, right? Which will end up in a GFC. If robots and AI become super efficient and we adopt them, and the adoption phase is very, very fast, you will see significant job losses, and this scale will then pivot like this, where there'll be no jobs because they'll be gone very quickly, and this will lead us to a GFC. Because people won't be able to put food on the table, people won't be able to pay rent, people won't be able to pay their car like parking, they'll have to sell their houses, they'll have to sell their cars, and you're just going to see everything crash, okay? and it will end up being very bad, probably worse than 2008, in my opinion. But if the adoption phase of that process is slowed down through government control, and probably just even general adoption. Maybe us humans still don't really fully adopt it yet. Hopefully everyone just takes their time. If that is the case, then what you might see is the scale reverse, okay? Sorry, I've actually drawn that the wrong way. Sorry. Yeah. Actually, no, sorry, that's the right way. You might see jobs significantly increase and overweight, okay, the no jobs, because it's going to be you got to think about AI as being a productivity increaser. However you spell increaser. I don't even know if that's a fucking word, right? It's productivity increasing. We can now do more. We can do it faster. We can do it more efficiently, more accurately, more professionally, okay, with better satisfaction, better outcomes, better reviews, better products, okay? No more scammy shit. All the scam stuff's probably going to just disappear overnight. And there's going to be a lot more control and a lot more filtering. And if this is done correctly, right? If this is done correctly, you might see that we just don't have enough humans to even sustain the productivity increase that we could get from AI. And if that is the case, if this is balanced correctly, right, you come over here to the ES, this is nothing. This is absolute nothing. You will see the ES up here at 10,000 very fast. Probably by the end or start of 28. And we will be at significant, insane, crazy all-time highs. Because it'll just be a crazy time to be on the planet living, and it will be wild. Like these little pullbacks, this COVID pullback that we had back over here or wherever the freaking hell it was, it'll look like an absolute blip on the radar. Here it is right here. Look at it. Look at that. You had the COVID crash, and everyone still talks about it today. COVID this, COVID crash that, and now have a look at it. Look at it now. Look at it on this chart. It's absolutely nothing. It's literally just a little blip on the radar. So, yeah, that's kind of how I look at the market right now. This is what I am focused on. I am focused on this. Elite Trader says, I agree with you, Benny. Thanks, man. Well, yeah, I'm sure there's definitely a lot of people like us, Elite, that are obviously considering the same thing. Yeah. It needs to be balanced. If we can balance this thing correctly, it will be insane. It will be absolutely insane. But yeah, if we do not balance this, and this leads to an insane amount of job losses, because people just start, hiring robots and coding robots and all that kind of stuff over everything else, then yeah, we could definitely see this turning red. All right. All right, well, that chewed up a good 10, 15 minutes of our time, and price has gone absolutely nowhere. Second entry here, Aussie trader. Crazy CVD divergence here, dude. He's in a YOLO. Zeno says, I'm going to enter the CE off the FAG if it will manipulate there. Yeah, I mean, you're coming into a significant imbalance. 5-minute CVD divergence. I have this cheat sheet, guys, that I've had for years and years and years. Is this here, so you can kind of put that to the left here and do your own analysis. But basically, price is going higher, and then CVD is going lower, right? So I'll show you. So price has created a higher high, and CVD has created a lower high. Okay, and then. So, uptrend exhaustion, price is making newer highs, but CVD isn't. They're showing the lack of interest coming from aggressive buyers who would be able to push the price up. So, that's essentially what that means. It doesn't always play out, but you have a higher probability of it working out in your favor. But I always look for CVD divergence at key points or key locations is where I always look for it. So I'm obviously in the ES one. I've been in this ES one the entire time. You're on the ES one's interesting because we're about to get potentially a divergence on the bottom for CVD. And he's out. That was insane, dude. He just literally went the other way. It's like, oh yeah, doink. Fucking hell, man. Trading, dude. This shit's hilarious. It's like a fucking video game. He should have gone opposite it long. I saw another trader the other day. He was banging on about that too. He's like, someone said to him like, they're like, I just feel like I should always just do the opposite of what I do. I was like, that's funny. We've been talking about that a lot. Well, we have a pretty clear SMT right now between these two. When did I enter this trade? I think I entered it on that candle there. So yeah, we've been in the trade for an hour now. Whole hour. And it's basically done nothing. Are you on a 50k account? $100 a drawdown left is just, it's so little. It's just, I mean, fuck, you can chew that up on micros with like 15 contracts just in fees on entry and exit. On a 50K? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, guys, this could just do this. Like, all the way through to the end of the session, you know what I mean? US might not even do anything. It's so weird, though, because, like, I saw the US started firing bombs again at Iran. But I feel like the market hasn't really reacted to bombs being thrown at Iran again. I mean, maybe here that sell-off today might have been some of the news on it. I don't know. Oh, I forgot on MT Trader I took this on NASDAQ. That's right. This isn't on the ES. Well, we're getting up there, guys. We're getting up there. This thing's just pumping, isn't it? Yeah, war started again. Yeah, exactly. Jai says we should be playing Counter-Strike while we wait for our trades to play out. Jesus Christ. I've been there and done that, man. Playing PUBG and Arc Raiders and Tarkov while trying to trade. Jesus. It doesn't work. You're like always in an intense gunfight, and then in the meantime you're like, oh, this setup might present, and then you're like fighting, and then you're playing around, and then you loot, and then you're like, oh yeah, sick, and then the next minute you're like, oh shit, I just missed that whole setup. Oh my god, it played out. Oh my god, it was like the best trade in the world. Fuck. This is so shit, man. Look at this thing. Just Elite's gone short again on ES. Okay, that's good news. You bought fidget spinners. That's so cool. Nothing. The Mag 7 is not pumping at all. It's not pumping. It's doing fucking nothing. It's going sideways. The Mag 7 is going sideways. It's not even going up. And look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's going up. What the fuck's it doing? Look how hard the CVD is diverging here, man. We can't really go much more than that, I don't think. I might have to kill this. Put the stop loss up there. See how it goes. Oh, look at that. I sold out right on top of that wick. Look at that. So good. Ken, what's up, dude? I hope you're doing well, mate. Long time no see. Nasdaq is like that meme penguin. Yeah. You were long. You should have stuck to it. Yeah. Yeah, the Nasdaq is like full diverging from the ES now. It's just gone wacko. Look at that. Look, it's just got a mind of its own right now. Yeah, it's hindsight, elite. Hindsight, mate. Last 5 hours is AMD. Yeah, it's very possible for sure. The problem with the AMD is we don't have an inverse 5-minute FVG, do we? I mean, are we going to call that? We never had a lower low. Is that going to be your 5-minute inverse FVG? Because otherwise the next one's all the way up here. Like you need that to get back up here and then, yeah, see if she flips. Gotta be honest, mate. I don't know if it's following it inversely. It looks like it's following it versely. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. 1 hour to go. See, this is interesting, right? Because this is a 4-hour FVG here. That's a 4-hour FVG that we tapped into. We don't have a... We have this gap up down here, new week opening gap. No wick on the bottom of these candles. At 2 o'clock, we went into it at 2 o'clock. Crude and ES have been tracking inverse. When they diverge, something's coming. Can we go down? Please go down. Let's go. Painful. Yep. Benny, the volume profile, the most of the orders are at the bottom of the profile, telling us that sellers are there. We're back at the point of control. We still have some CVD divergence still from this high to here. So still factoring in that. On ES, you said? Morning, troops. How are you, buddy? I hope you're doing very well. Yeah, post it in Discord, dude. That'd be sick. I think he's talking about this, troops. Like, this is on the ES. So there's still a lot of sellers showing up in here. I mean, there's still buyers too, though. If we bring up, see, if you got your delta down the bottom, right? Delta's pretty flat. I mean, it's increasing by 100 to negative 10, or negative 75 to positive 100, right? The CVD is slightly going on the long side, so more people are obviously going long than there are of shorts, which makes sense. And the volume is pretty average, but standard for the London session. The delta has been very low. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's negative, right? It's flat. You want to see this like negative 300 or positive 300 or more for it to be doing something. Yeah, it's she's dead flat, all right. Yeah, interesting, trips. I mean, for me personally, the main thing I'm going off of here is we've had a consolidation, right? We've broken out and we have this imbalance here. And every time we come back into this 5-minute FVG, we're seeing clear divergence, right? But between, well, yeah, CVD is going down essentially on this. But what I don't like is we have a low here and then we have a higher low here and we have a low here and then a lower low here. So it started off looking good and then now it's kind of like contradicting itself. You know what I mean? So it's like, and we got 50 minutes to go for this 4-hour candle to be over. So yeah. I feel like we're in a little bit of no man's land here. Yeah, Rogie. There was this that I was looking at earlier on, which gave me some positive hope. So there's an order block down here. It's 7520 on the ES. It's massive, man. Like it's all the other orders are like 20 and 30, and that one's like 250. So there's a big block sitting down there. Old mate's stream is so bloody... Like his screen is so small I can't even fucking read it. Might even have to go to like... Yeah, see, I'm even in 1080p and I can't even read that. I think it says 243. Wee. All right, which one of you guys just bought that up? $75.15 is a big Gex level. Gex. Do you only use Sierra chart? Nah, I use Quant Tower, which is this on the left-hand side here. I do know Sierra chart. I actually have not used Sierra chart, but I have watched a lot of trades by Matt who uses Sierra chart. We got a 1 hour FVG, a 5 minute FVG. We just tapped all into it. We don't really have any CVD divergence anymore. Yeah, no, that was the order flow streamer guy. He has yeah, he's got this loaded. Which yeah, the center, the heat maps here is I believe is a Sierra chart with the heat maps on the orders. On the current order book. He got obliterated by that candle. Yeah, it was pretty big, dude. Looking very cup and handly at the moment here. Jesus. What a time to be alive. See, crude oil's going up. Aussie trader, he did $20 on that candle. Very nice, dude. Zeno's gonna wait for New York. Oh, look, I'm back and nothing's happened. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Okay, I just closed out the orders on the challenge account. I don't know what that sits me in now. Because I don't know if I hit the drawdown limit of 15%. Yep, I've gone from 11th place to... I've gone from 11th to 28th. That's all right. Oh, gee. That's okay. Oh, gee. Oh, gee. Look at that, boys. Look at that. Just skyrocket. Skyrocket. Oh, geez, a few of you typing now. Stein, what's up? Limit the man. I've been going good, man. I've been busy renovating my bloody house, mate. Been busy renovating the house. For sure. So yeah, trying to get back into the stream. We did 3 streams last week. Trying to get back into it this week, like full on. So yesterday was obviously half trading day, so no stream yesterday. And I'm just going to try and see if I can stick to just doing like 2 hours for now, just while I'm doing the renos, because it's chewing up a lot of my time and sleep and makes me tired, etc. So yeah. Troops, hard to read the position line text because of that text size. Am I in 50 MES? I was, mate. Well, I still technically am. Yeah. But my stop loss is up there at 1 point below price right now, so we'll probably get stopped out. So it's on the new futures, my funded futures account, brand spanking new. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit cursed on the My Funded Futures ones. I think I've had 4 of them. I think 4? March, April, May. No, so this is my 3rd My Funded Futures account. I think I got the first one in profit at 4,600 on the first day, and then I blew it. And then last month I blew it, like literally straight off the bat, like straight from like 0 down. And so far, this one's doing the exact same thing. So having really good fun at the moment on the My Funded Futures one. It's good fun. I love blowing accounts. It's like, it's amazing. Troops, check your Discord, mate. Check the Discord, bro. Yeah, nice little AMD. Yeah, I know. I theoretically had there was the break of structure on this candle right here. So that was your entry to go long there. Stop loss somewhere down here. Ride that back to the Asia high. That essentially was my Asia long trade. But yeah, I saw the breakdown of this consolidation with displacement, and then there were clear CVD divergences happening in here on the 5 minute and on the 1 minute for further continuation, and there was a massive order block down here at 720-ish, 57.20 down here, and so I was short in the hope that we were going down here to fill those orders. But as you can see, that didn't happen. So the long, the original standard long of my standard trade system ended up, so far it's working out. Who knows if it continues to, I don't know. But yeah, I would have been significantly in drawdown like the entire bloody time though. So yeah, it is what it is. You've been cursed on my fund of futures as well. You've had payouts from nearly all other prop firms, but not my. Yeah. I mean, I like their system. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I can make it work. Fingers crossed, eh? I need to. Obviously, I need the market to just fucking chill out. I need it to like stop doing what it's been doing, because it's been very tough trading since like late February through to like probably 2 weeks ago. It's been like, from what I can see from my back testing, like it was nearly impossible. But yeah, I'm like, I need to be back in that. I need to get myself back in the zone. Where I just go back to taking my Asia long and short trades and just full committing to them. Set the TP, set the stop loss, walk away, come back at US, and then shut it off depending on where it is. I need to like just not be invested so much into the, you know, into like making it and forcing it to work. Like, it's like, I'm coming in today because I got to make money. Like, I don't need to make the money. I don't need to do that. I already have a good job. I've already got good income. I've got good investments. So it's like, you know, I don't like, yes, I want it to work, but it's like, I don't need to pay myself tomorrow. Otherwise I go broke. So yeah, I need to go back to doing what I was doing back in January, where there was like no real, I gotta be honest, in January I had no emotion at all. It was just flat. It was just like, cool, 6, end of the fucking trade. It is what it is. And you all saw what I did in January. It was insane. Market conditions were really good though as well. TPT has a sale ending tomorrow. Yeah, 50% off. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think I'm a bit tapped out at the moment on some of these accounts. I'm just I need to go back to just focusing on just one account, and at this stage it's my fund of futures because it has a no activation fee. That's the first thing. Second of all, it's just as much at the moment. It's a little bit more expensive than like Apex and stuff, but at the moment they have no cap on it, no activation fee. The cap is $100,000, so yeah, it's very unlikely I'm going to hit 100K payout, but I don't know. Maybe I could. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think that's probably the best account for me because it was pretty crushing to get the Apex accounts up to like 55,000 US in February and January. And to get only $8,000 in payouts because I had to hit their little silly window bullshit. And then at the end of that, to only end up giving back that whole 40K, that 40 grand, I ended up giving it all back and blowing the accounts over March. like late February, and then all of March, I gave the whole lot back. We didn't even have a green day in March at all. It was all losing days, every trade. So that was pretty soul crushing. Yeah, that's why you only trade the New York session. Too many losses during London. So, Stein, so one problem that I have, and I mean, like obviously because I'm trying to stream it, that's definitely playing a little factor in it for me. When I trade US, I do really well. Whenever I do sit up for it, I wait for like an inverse fair value gap. I set a limit order and I let it come down. It wicks into the IFEG, picks up my order, and it will run 10, 15, 20 points, literally in the space of like seconds. And I'm up $500, $600, $700 US in seconds, and then I close it out. Like it nearly happens every fucking time. And yeah, you're right. Like I come into these London sessions. And today, like on this trade here, down here, I was up $900 US down here, right there. And I obviously, didn't take it because I'm like, well, this is just a slow trending market. I want to continue this all the way down, but don't take it. And then now I'm sitting here and now I just got stopped out for negative $2,000. So that's a $3,000 swing. So... yeah, that I definitely have the problem in London where I'm trying to go for these like real big moves, but then when it comes to the US session, I don't. I hate the big moves in US. I like literally like 10, 15, 20 points, absolute tops, and then I'm in, I'm out, I'm done. See you later. Yeah. So it's yeah, the thought process of going and trying to really commit to the US, it does keep poking me around a little bit to be like, hey, maybe this is what you should do. My Tactical Reviews, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Guys, you've all come in at the wrong time because I'm about to bail. I've got to head out. I've got a few things I've got to do, and I've got to go get some dinner and stuff. While I'm still renovating this house for the next 5 weeks, while I've still got about 5 weeks left, I am going to try and stream every night. I should be able to at this stage. I would say Friday nights are probably my big questionnaire night as to whether or not I am going to commit on Fridays. Only because Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are full days at the house working. Monday through to Thursday, I can definitely stream. Shouldn't be a problem at all. However, I do just want to commit to only a 2-hour stream at this stage. Because before then, back in February, March, I was doing 7, 8, 9 hour streams. And I have a feeling it was probably burning me out a little bit. So, yeah, we're just going to stick to little 2-hour streams for now. Try and get the consistency back. And then we'll go from there. All right. But yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, and I will catch you guys tomorrow night on the stream again. We'll crank it out again, and hopefully this time we get a good trade in. So I wouldn't mind getting some green wins on the board, that's for sure. Anyway, take care, guys. Thanks for joining again. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.